Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode we arrived at a new zone which is depicted by this... No, it's not a cheese, it's a sponge. Because we are in a swamp. We found a lot of things. We managed to fully upgrade our stats so that we now have the maximum of this. Of course, we still have combat skills to focus on. How much experience do we have? 9. Okay, nothing that we can really do anything with. We arrived at this quarry last time. Somebody's old campsite, and it looks trashed. Amidst all the garbage strewn about, you find a shiny 7-8 combination wrench with CW painted on the side. You got an item, Charles's wrench. That's strange. Obviously this belongs to Charles, but he doesn't seem like that kind of guy who'd lose one of his tools carelessly. Nor the kind of guy who'd leave trash around his campsite. You look around more carefully and discover weird tracks in the mud. Big, clawed bipedal tracks. Maybe Gatorman tracks. And there's a spot where some kind of scuffle clearly happened. Ah, jeez, that tears it. Charles Wallace must have been kidnapped by Gatorman. Maybe he dropped the wrench on purpose to attract attention. Hopefully you can find him soon. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh, befriended. Yay! Well, you're just a fight, aren't you? Oh, no. You're just a shadow milkshake. Oh, hopple a code. Hopple code. Ooh, level 14. Well, we do have that. X marks the vein of a rock candy ore. Really? Are you serious? Hold on, I don't believe that at all. It's true, though. Alright. Well, guess I gotta look around for a pickaxe. Do anything about the sign? Nope. A dump truck sits behind the chute, patiently waiting for the day of its dump. I don't know the order, so I'm not gonna do anything. Well, I guess we can't really do much here right now. Okay, so that's on the sort of list of things to find. A pickaxe. Let's go to Largemouth Basin Sons. Oh. Gabby has found some mushrooms with bright red spots and is picking them. Gabby, I think those are poisonous. Oh yes, very poison, you. But Gabby doesn't know about poisons yet. Before you can object to this, Gabby crams the toadstool into her mouth and eats them. Blair, this is an opposite of delicious, but Gabby knows about poisons now, so that is worth a while. Gabby's healing spores now also cure poisons. Oh, nice. Oh, this looks downright miserable. State your business. Hear about the missing children? Tom and Kathy. Yeah, that's a sad story. You'll need to talk to, I guess either Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that. But I wouldn't let either of them know that you've been speaking to the bosses. They don't talk anymore. Why don't the bosses speak to one another? Between you and me and 3,600 largemouth bass, Mrs. Chapman and Tracy haven't been on speaking terms since Mr. Chapman was snubbed at the Academy Awards a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to the business. Which is? Mr. Tracy debones the fish and Mr. Chapman rebones them. Only then are the fish ready for sale at the market. Are you saying you take out the fish's bones and put them back in? As tradition, for generations a Chapman has deboned the base and a Tracy rebones them. That unique process is what gives our base its distinctive tang. What goes on at this place? At Largemouth Basin Sons, we fish Largemouth Base, and most of us are sons. Fair enough. What do you think happened to the kids? If you ask me, that's just what I did, yes. Hell, they ran off. This life isn't for anyone. And Tom and Kathy, well, they never had the makings of a largemouth base deboner or reboner. I'll be going. This guard eyes you suspiciously. Why? Quiet, I'm on vigil. Gatorman, probably. Are the shotguns keeping you out? Or something else in? Who cares? I'm going inside. Okay, so who have we got here? And why is this safe open? Who? Emptied, to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Any idea who did this? I have my suspicions, yes. When did this happen? 3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe. I can do that for you. It's not hard. Would you? Sure. Bless you. I mean, we didn't get any experience or anything for it, but still. Though the knife of the deboner doth still shape largemouth bass, and the world through our action, there are legion who do not believe and would tear down thy work. The Book of Qa'Rajh. This grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Greetings, as a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me? I make 6 figures a year behind this desk, and mind your manners. You're addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass and Sons. You're about Kathy. I saw some posters about missing children, yes. That's right, 3 nights ago, Kathy disappeared along with all the clothes, possessions, and the contents of that safe in the company truck. Oh, and the Chapman kid. It sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remark as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice it to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as assuming preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There's a much simpler explanation. Occam's gator. Ah, Occam's razor, Occam's gator. So it's only there when we need it to be there. Occam's gator? A monstrous gator man, centuries old, 10 feet tall if he's an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails as sharp as razors, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetites are insatiable. He'll strike at night and gobble off fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now, I fear my Kathy. I do not know what we did to provoke his ire, but that beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. Sometimes I think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor. Yeah, I mean 3. Yeah, let's actually go with the one that isn't directly accusatory or like this is a kind of maybe a stupid question, but my friend Charles is missing. Could Occam's have taken him too? Certainly it's possible. I don't think the criminality of Occam's gator knows any bounds. You think Occam's gator ate Kathy? You have to understand, for decades, Occam's gator has been the sole author of this business misfortune. Could he eat a child? Absolutely. That is M.O., or monstrous operandi. If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap is his glacially slow digestion. Go ask Sylvester, a guide of ours. He was swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept. Okay, what can I find, Sylvester? I don't know. They had to terminate him for attempting to unionize. Occam's gator sounds made up. There's nothing made up about a giant blue gator man who eats guns. One of our guards actually saw Occam's, even took a shot at him, but conventional weapons have no effect. Are you saying you haven't seen Occam's gator? I've seen the destruction he wrought. I've certainly seen that. Is that a finder's fee? 300 meat in my grandfather's fishing rod, but I'm running the show, all right? Not Chapman. I know he's got a missing boy too, but you can't just involve the reboner in an operation like this. They're far too emotional. If you're dealing with me, keep him out of it. What's so special about this fishing rod? What's special about it? It can catch things your scientists would say are impossible to find in water. How about that? So it doesn't catch fish? Yes, fish, but also impossible things. Let me think about it. Sure, I'll be here while you think, and my daughter will be dissolving inside the belly of a gator. I have a question about your daughter. Tracy's bottom lip trembles. Excuse me, just my Kathy always loved questions. Okay, well, that really didn't. If you must, but I warn you, my daughter's abduction makes me a poor conversationalist. Do you think if Cicero's daughter was missing, he would have gone on and said all those famous things for which Mr. Cicero is known? What do you do here? As I've said, I'm the chief deboning officer here. My team and I deboned the largemouth bass, after which it's passed over to my colleague across the way for reboning. I'll be on my way. Okie dokie. What does this say? You're not close enough to read this. Yes, I am. Academy of Fresh and Saltwater Game Fish Certificate of Nomination for Award. Be it known that Adam Tracy was nominated for an Academy Award of Merit for Outstanding Achievement, Best Deboning Bass. Sure. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like we can... Can we enter the compound somehow? The signs identifies these waters as a site of historical importance. The pool is the birthplace of largest mouth Luke, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. On August 2nd, 1792, he returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. Ooh! That's the first time in a long while that we have gotten any kind of date. That means... normally I wouldn't be doing it now, but seeing as I don't think apart from the start, I don't think that I've actually shown it. So what we want to do is we want to trundle along the sidewalk into the Ocean City Watchful Eye. It does fit the date. Here. August 2nd, 1792. Died. Some eulogy. Okay, well, that was uninteresting, but yeah, it's kind of hard to... Is there anything new? You've already noticed everything worth noticing. Right. Keep searching for Charles Wallace side quests. Greasy Steve. Perhaps we should... We got a lot of SIT. Oh! Rasmussen wants you to dry out her wet plain fuel so she can leave the big moist. You should try and find a still somewhere. Oh! We know... actually. Let's go back to Ocean City. Sorry, this is a bit of a mess, but we know where there is at least one still. I don't know if this will work, but the Hobo Camp does now have a still. With a sinister... Three of these horrible fishmen come at you out of nowhere. Well, not exactly nowhere. Two come at you out of an alley, and the third one crawls out of a nearby manhole. Fish hole? Yeah, I heard you the first time. Yeah, we don't have any more of these. I wonder if we could get any more of them. You know what? It's been a while since I had a good fight. Oh, so it's just an automatic... Okay, well, I mean... We deal 18 damage. We're definitely overpowered for these fishmen, but... Since when have I cared about being overpowered? Wasn't there a still in... Oh, that would obviously be the grub wagon, yeah. Aha! But is this not a still? Can I not... Okay, I guess another still then. Well, the idea was good. Execution, kind of poor. Okay, what have we got? Sunken boxcar. That was basically supposed to just be treasure. Leathers Brothers. Let's just go to the closest one. We can still get a... You take a wrong turn, and instead of ending up where you wanted to be, you end up at the Monster Shack. You know it's the Monster Shack because a big sign on it says Monster Shack. Sure. Why not? Cut to 5 minutes later where I'm regretting this. Ooh, hobo code. There will probably be maybe 1 or 2 hobos here in the swamp. I don't expect that to be a whole lot. Oh, there's some hobo code here. These kids are alright. Well, that's pretty heartwarming. No skeptics. You're not sure if this is forbidding access or describing the shack's occupants. Inside, you find not the decayed, crumbling, tumble-down shack strewn with ancient wreckage that you were perhaps expecting, but an actually maintained and fairly clean tumble-down shack strewn with 12 to 14-year-old kids. What the? Hey, what are all you kids doing out here in the middle of the swamp? Why shouldn't we be? Because it's dangerous here? Yes, but this is where the monsters are. That is why it's dangerous. Do you believe in monsters, mister? I believe the real monster is man. Given what we've seen up to now, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. It would be a real feat of cognitive dissonance otherwise. You mean, you've seen them? Ooh, for real? Really real? Well, yeah. Which one? Which one? I mean, we've seen all three of these at this point. Let's go with the top. Fishmen. Oh, those don't count. Those guys are just weird jerks. We're looking for real monsters. Oh, I don't understand what real means in this context. And since you believe in monsters, you can join our monster squad. Otherwise, we can't tell you anything, because it's secret. Okay, I'll join. Great. It'll be nice to have someone who can reach the top shelf in these old bookcases we've scavenged. Is that it? I'm a member now? Yeah, we used to have a big ceremony where you had to repeat a vow and stuff. It took too long and we're all busy with our research. Come on in and have a look around. Thanks. A big leather-bound tome sits on a pedestal here. What's this book? This is a vampire nest? It's like 400 pages long. Lots of vampires in the swamp. You want to help? You can always go and clear some of them out. Not yet. I'm okay with it. Could they have us still here? This kid is, well, he's eating something. Hi there. Hi! I don't mean to be rude, but what's your deal, kid? I'm a moss man. You are, huh? Okay, well, not really, but I want to be a moss man when I grow up. That's why I'm eating all this fertilizer. It's actually cornflakes. I'm just pretending. Okay, whew. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Some people say I'm crazy for believing in the moss man, though. But I know he's real. I've seen him. What's a moss man? A man made of moss? Yep, he's all fuzzy and green. It's so neat. Oh, hey, you should go see him for yourself. Then, if you bring back proof he exists, people won't think I'm weird anymore. Well, they might. Sure, I'll go have a look. Great. Here, I'll mark the place on your map. It's called Moss Rock Grotto. If you see him, try to bring back some moss as proof, okay? Wouldn't a photo be a better... Oh, well, never mind. This kid is studying far more intently than you ever did at his age. What are you reading? It's about Neanderthals and other early hominids. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything useful in here. What are you looking for? The honey ape. The what now? You've never heard of it. It's a very famous monster. It's a hairy primate or primate-like creature that's smaller than a human, but with human-sized hands. Most of the legends call it big hands, but I'm pretty sure the big hands legends and reports of a honey ape sightings are referring to the same cryptid. That's interesting. I know it lives around here somewhere. I just haven't been able to find it yet. Okay, I'll help you. That would be excellent, thank you. Here, I found some of its prints once and made a tracing. That might help you track it down. Try and get some of its fingernails as proof. How will a fingernail be proof? Because it'll be as big as a human fingernail, obviously. Alright. I'm sensing this might be a side quest hub. What do you got there? Perfume samples? Kinda. This is a combination of hydrogen sulfide and methane. Common swamp gas, basically. Ew. What's the other one? Coffee, to clear the swamp gas smell out of my nose. Okay, so, why? I'm researching a creature known as the Smell-O-Wisp. I've only run into it once, but I have a good memory for smells, so I figure I can match its smell. That particular chemical mix will tell me more about it. Smell of the what? Wisp. It's a cloud of intelligent swamp gas. Some people say it's the ghost of a dead chili cook-off judge, but I think there's probably a more scientific explanation. You're telling me you're looking for an intelligent... The girl gestures sternly at a sign over her workbench. No fart jokes. Oh, come on! Oh, come on, it's a Smell-O-Wisp. No! Well, I don't know what to say then. If you're willing to help instead of making puerile goofs, I could really use a sample to analyze. Okay, I'll go find the Smell-O-Wisp. Great! Thank you. Here, take this. This should help you track the thing down. Nose trumpet. I just Smell through this? Yeah, just follow your nose. Alrighty then. Actually, there was more to this. Can I use your equipment to make some potions? Sure, just don't disturb any of my smells. Okay, that's just a regular workbench then. This kid has a ball cap with a sinister looking triangle on it and is messing around with an elaborate homemade radio. Hi there. Hi. Say, you're a grown up. Can you help me with something? I'm not buying you any cigarettes. No. There's this swamp lady called Barbara Yagara. Everybody says she's just a fairy tale, but I know she's real because I've seen her hut right here in the swamp. But I don't know if she's sort of swamp lady who eats kids or not. Swamp lady. Well, I don't want to call her swamp witch or swamp hag or stuff like that. It would be mean to judge her that way without having even met her. Sheesh, kids these days. Alright, I'll check up her out for you. Great, thanks. I'll mark her hot on your sponge map. Anyways, bring back a feather to prove you met her, okay? She has feathers? I mean, from one of her pet birds. The story says she has a ton of them. How will you know it isn't just an ordinary feather I found somewhere? Well, you seem like a trustworthy person. Then why do you need me to bring proof at all? Because that's how quests work. Come on. Ask about the radio. Wait, you didn't mention the radio. What's the radio for? Huh? Oh, this isn't related to Barbara Yagara or anything. I'm just trying to find a station so we can get some music on in here. The reception in this swamp is terrible, though. A nice hat. What's the triangle mean? Thanks. It's the Great Pyramids. One of them, anyway. Ever seen them? Only on your hat. Not personally. Well, maybe someday you will. Who knows? This kid is peering in at a terrarium filled with flies and occasionally tapping on the glass. Hi there, are you into flies? Well, kinda. They're interesting once you get over the gross factor, but mostly I'm just studying these because what I'm really interested in is the flyman. The flyman? Yeah, or maybe the manfly. I haven't decided which way is better yet. So, what is the flyman and or manfly? He's a scientist who moved into the old Flemberg place. I did a little spying on him, and I think he's trying to turn himself into a giant fly. Why would anyone want to do that? I don't know. That's what's so interesting about him. Huh. She looks at her feet and blushes a little. Also he's really handsome. For now, you mean? Well, yeah, I'd really like to meet him, but I'm too shy. Can you help me out? Sure. Oh, thank you. I'll show you where his house is. If you meet him, could you, bring me back a souvenir? Like what? Maybe, one of his chest hairs? Sure. We've done weirder things. Yep. Ooh, a cat. A little sign on the table says, Boris only. This cat had better be Boris, or there's gonna be trouble. Boris hisses at you. He must know you're an outsider. No, not a member. I'm a member. Willie Martin and the Maze of Mystery. The Pyramid of Glory, Part 56. The Dungeon of Slime, Part 44. The Chronicles of Effie Watson and Percy Smith. Susan Hughes and the Maze of Fire. The Sword of Glory, Part 82. Marvin Wood and the Chalice of Mystery. Okay, I'm just... There's really nothing here? Okay, I'll believe it then. Right, another side quest then. This kid is messing around with some kind of weird mechanical contraption. What's this thing you're making? I don't really know yet. I'm just messing around with it because I'm taking a break from my main project. Hey, do you know anything about the Naranya? I try to avoid spicy food, it gives me the hiccups. No, this is a monster that eats oranges. They're supposed to be from way down south, but I know there's one in this swamp somewhere. Unfortunately, no matter what kind of trap I build, it keeps escaping. You want to try? Sure, why not? Great, feel free to use my workbench there. I got plenty of spare parts and stuff. You managed to catch it. Bring me back one of its nostrils as a proof. A nostril, not the whole head or pelt. Oh no, I don't want to kill it. Just prove that it's out there. Okay then. Build a Chupanaranya trap. Sure. Oh. We don't have the we don't have the skills to do anything more, really. Okay, well that certainly gave us a lot of things. Yeah, Yeah, let's go to the Flemberg place. No reason, just I like the name. Random encounter. You hear a commotion, or perhaps a tussle, a good old-fashioned ruckus, if you will, nearby. Investigating, you find that several vampires have a gator man pinned to the ground and appear to be trying to vampirize him. Arrgh! Hold still, will you? His neck is all scaly and tough. Did someone bring a drill or can opener or something? Hey, leave the gator man alone. I won't stand for your vampires going around inflicting your undeadness or disease or whatever it is on innocent people. I think it's a disease. Beyond undeads. And not like a zombie or skeleton anyway. The last necromancer was killed decades ago. Hey, stop that. Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full. I mean, stop biting that guy. Mind business. He volunteered. Anyway, I'm finished. He what? Really? Rawr, drink blood, power big. The gator man stands up with a terrible red glow in his eyes. Drink blood, kill busybody. Ah, oh, jeez. Irritable. What does that mean? The target will increase all of its stats by 3 every time it's damaged. Ooh. Well, first off, you've only got 4 hit points left. And my balls throw for 5. So, sorry to tell ya, you're kinda dead. Filthy. Melee attacks against this target will inflict 5 poison. That's okay, because we have Flabby... Flabby? No, that's wrong series. We have Gabby on our side, who has now the ability to cure poison. So if I do the attack, Gabby usually goes after me. But first, what are you gonna do? Drink some bloodshine, doubling her moxie. Okay, that's not too dangerous. And you want to... 7 damage to Yik and 7 to the rest of the party. I think not, sir. Madam. Swamp gas, swampire. I mean, I could just outright bash you over the head. Yeah, let's do that. You are not surviving this. I didn't even need to attack you. The lightning did the trick. Condensed swamp gas. Imagine if Reader's Digest branched out into the sewer treatment industry. You won. You could make a suitcase out of the Gatorman's skin. Then you could have a suitcase that catches fire in the daytime to go with your one that catches fire at night. Do I have that? Ah, well. That was a manageable fight. What is going on with that house? I know that it's called Flem, but the mailbag says Flemberg on the side. Junk mail. You casually commit a federal crime. A gas generator providing power to the barn in exchange for pastoral ambience. Hello? Ooh. The very small man inside the machine is clearly trying to get your attention. Hi. I'm Rain. Do you need help? I absolutely need your help. Thank you. My name is Flemberg, Paul Flemberg. I moved back into my parents' old house here because nobody would give me a lab space for my experiments. It turned out an assistant would also be nice to have. What are you trying to do? Improve myself, you know, better, faster, stronger, at least one of those. But I put the wrong settings in the control and all that happened was that I shrank. You can't just change the settings? The door doesn't open from the inside. But... Yeah, I didn't think it through. Okay, well, I can just let you out. No. Opening the door will depolarize the booth, and it takes months for the field emitters to recharge, not to mention the fact that I'd have to collect all new supplies of genetic materials so the door can only be opened once. Geez, you really didn't think this through. What should I do then? I'll have to fix the settings on the controls. What should I set it to? Clearly, if I knew that, I wouldn't have put the wrong ones in myself. I don't know about that. Just make me better before you open the door. Yeah. Better than what? Better than a normal guy. I don't know. I spent so long thinking about how I could build this machine that I didn't have any time left to think about why I built it. I'll see what can be done. Okay. Hey, how's it going? If this guy cared about these tools, he probably would have left them on the floor. Finders keepers then. Oh. Next to the workbench, there's a pile of much smaller workbenches. Tiny workbench. Yeah, some viscous goo has rendered this house entirely decorative. Ah, well, I can't really do much here. So, let's head on over to the sunken boxcar. Sure, why not? Odd. This patch of muddy ground has a lot of tracks in it that looks like human handprints. Well, except for the fact that humans don't normally walk around on their hands. I can! Maybe there was an acrobat convention in the middle of a swamp. Oh, what was that thing the one kid was talking about? The honey ape? Maybe there is something to this after all. Follow the tracks. Oh, geez, the more you look, the more of a confusing, trampled mess these tracks are. It seemed like there are different sets of tracks heading in different directions. How many thumbs did you say that thing has again on one hand? He didn't? I think. 1? How many fingers was it? 4? You follow the prints to a clearing in the middle of a small stand of trees, and to your surprise you find an animal pretty much like the honey ape the kid described, like a somewhat larger chimpanzee or a very small gorilla, but with disproportionately large and human-like hands. It's sitting on the ground casually drinking out of a beehive and doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. I don't want to attack it because he said he didn't want to kill it. Yeah, that guy isn't bothering anyone, plus it might know Qa'Rajh or someone. Best just to leave it well alone. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe we can somehow haul this back to Ocean City and give the hobos one more. Because there sure ain't much here. This looks very dangerous. A hobo? I like how it's slanted. Slant rhymes. A diagonal hobo. And everything is written in italic. Nice. I will tilt my head ever so slightly. You can't see that because I'm not using a camera, but... hi. Sorry, I didn't know that anyone was living here. I suppose I should stop being surprised by that. That is quite all right. I am Qa'Rajh Dolphin, and welcome to my humble abode. Thanks, I am Rainbows. Nice boxcar you got here, apart from it being a little steep. Steep? Oh, yes. You know, I've grown so accustomed to the tilt, I hardly notice anymore, apart from when I try to play marbles. Your game must be really going downhill. Yes, quite. Your accent is different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family is from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned into dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain, so I decided this would be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. The horizon is typically a bit more level. Why are you living in a boxcar in the swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. This is as far as I've been able to get before homesickness becomes overwhelming. Oh, how bittersweet. Indeed. I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had a proper souvenir, specifically my father's collection of antique padlocks. And you can't get them by yourself because of the memories? It's more of a lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Sure, I'll help you. Thank you. There are 11 locks altogether. Except they won't actually be all together, will they? I'm afraid not, no. Here, I'll mark the location of the house on your... Is that a sponge? There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh, good. Here it comes. I just wanted to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That's correct. Not a one. My family never suffered any violent or traumatic death. This is something you felt you had to warn me about? Not really a warning as such, I just thought you might like to know. Huh. Well, okay. Thanks. I'll be right back with your 11 padlocks. Cool. Alright. I think that's enough. Not really doing much, but, well, sometimes that's how it is. I mean, my theories were wrong about where the still was, so we still have to look for that. No, I don't think I will be doing any kind of grinding between this and the next episode. I'm pretty confident in where we are. Plus, we also have an annoying perk. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, all right. I thought that was still affecting me because after we lost to the general, we had a -1 to all stats here, which, you know, isn't great. All right. Well, there it is. Bruce's mark. Yeah. In the next episode, we shall continue roaming about the swamp. But until then, take care.